very general, not really football yet, just more about life and all those kind of things.
That sounds like Jordan
Yeah, so
Rodriguez.
we have revamped everything downstairs from the training. Now, some of the same people in the training room may be there, but they've been elevated or moved. But we've revamped the training room, we've revamped the weight room, we've revamped sports science, and so we brought in some expert consultants. So how we're looking at things is completely different now in terms of the scouting. I think one of the great things when you get to know Marty that he's done is they sat down with us as a coaching staff and said, hey, here's our process. And we've got really good scouts, we have really good directors, and so that's been really good for us. But then the coaching staff has sat down with the scouts and said, hey, listen, this is what we're looking for in this position, and this is how they fit into our offense and our defense. Because if we don't have the same vision, they can go get the best, A, but we want B. And so we took a day and just went through on film, and the coaches showed on film, we want this trait, we want this technique. And so I think that's really brought us together. And I think, we all went to the Senior Bowl. I think you saw us probably sitting together, spending time together. I think one of the things that's underrated about this is it's just about spending time together. And so we all start to see things the same way. So Marty's an expert. His personnel department is an expert at that part of it. But when you're a college coach, one of your jobs as a college coach is to evaluate and do personnel. So I think us coming together and seeing how we see things has been really, really helpful. Well, to me, I'm not really planning week one yet. And that's why my answers can sometimes come across a little bit boring. But I'm really just kind of, the only thing I can control right now is right now, right? So I'm so focused on the combine, I'm focused on free agency, then I'll be focused on the off-season program and then the draft. So at the end of the day, we have 3 good quarterbacks under contract who've all played, who we have confidence in. So, our system fits all those guys. I think one of the reasons why I hired Joe is it doesn't even just go back to what he did at LSU. It's really about what they did in New Orleans, and that system is very quarterback friendly. And so we're going to coach all the quarterbacks on our roster in that way, and I think that we'll see success from them.
He's already said that he's very, he very much wants Cam to be his quarterback for next year. He said that earlier in the interview.
Say it one more time. Yep. So, yep. Yeah, it's a great question. I would just call it the positionless player. Like the days of saying, hey, we need this Mike linebacker, or we need this. There's certain traits you're looking for, but you're looking for positionless players because the offenses in the league are changing, and so the guys on defense have to be able to do a lot of things. So I think we're just looking for traits. We're looking for guys. Hey, this guy can really do this, or he can really do that. And I think you're seeing a lot more of that in the combine as college football has really spread out. So we're going to try to stay ahead of the curve on that. Make sure we keep bringing guys in who can do a lot of different things for us that give us multiplicity within the roster. Yeah, I think it comes down to traits and how they fit, and that's why I talked that whole process we had about, hey, this is our vision for what a 3 technique looks like in our defense. Well, it doesn't mean we have to go out and find the best 3 technique in college. It means we have to go find the guy in college who has the traits that we think we can coach. And so I think it's really a fun process to find those traits and say, hey, what's the vision for them within what we do. I don't know if I can speculate on that yet. Like I said, I think philosophically, I think we'll always explore any and all options, but I'd have to get to that moment to really know. I think at the end of the day, right now, I'm just so focused on crushing the combine and making sure I have those answers. Because when those things come up, you want to make sure you have the right answer, right? Like it's one thing to sit there and say I'd trade up for so and so, trade back for so and so, but I need to know who so and so is. Otherwise, you make a mistake. So I'm trying to just be really, really
way to dodge that question.
And intentional about, hey, while we're here, let's find out all the information we can and make sure we have the right answers.
We're focused on the combine.